a voice-over internet phone network going forward. This allows us to get better services at a lower price and to achieve efficiencies. So what's next in 2015? Well, public libraries really have a form that changes constantly, but the function does not. Right? They're a place where people, again, of all ages, of all walks of life, can come together through an institution that fuels democracy and civic participation. And what that means in practice is a little bit complicated and ever-changing. Right? We're helping the library to meet those changing needs by examining and investing in an ever-changing balance of print versus digital content. Right. We recognize that there are more spaces that are needed for programs, for meetings, for quiet study, and importantly, for plugging into power outlets. We're focused on improving service to non-English speaking users and to members of demographic groups that aren't using the library at rates as high as others, in particular people in their 20s and 30s. We're also interested in finding more opportunities for cooperation, from trash pickup to energy purchase, solar investment, other sustainability efforts. These are things we're interested in exploring, and we're interested in finding opportunities to work with the town and other municipal agencies and nonprofit organizations to do that. The library welcomes your feedback, your ideas, and suggestions from any members of the community. We have monthly meetings that are advertised and open to the public, and we really do welcome your participation in those meetings. In addition, there are lots of opportunities to volunteer on the board, with the foundation, with the Friends of the Library, and the countless programs. So if anybody has any questions, they should please not hesitate to reach out to us. Thanks very much.
Thank you. And last but not least, Donna Liu, who's chair of the Cable TV Committee.
Thank you very much for inviting me this evening. I'm keenly aware that I'm the last person standing between you and the Princeton nightlife, so I'll try to be quick.
We save the best for last.
It is a big year for the Cable Committee because this is the year that we renegotiate the Comcast franchise, and the process has been going on all year. So we started by making initial contact with Comcast. We did an informal survey of Princeton residents on their impressions of Comcast's service. The biggest complaint was price, and there's not too much we can do about that. But we had a couple of meetings with Comcast representative, and Councilman Miller was there as well and is involved in the negotiating committee, which is very ably led by Peter Thompson, the IT director for the school system. And Comcast is very clear that they want a long-term franchise, 15 years with an automatic 10-year renewal. They see Princeton as kind of, they need to be tough with us because everybody says, oh, Princeton has this, everybody else in New Jersey, this is what they're telling us, and so, they can't be seen to be giving away the farm. Princeton has 6 channels, which is more than other towns have, but one of the reasons it has 6 is because Princeton University has one, Mercer Community College has one, and then, of course, there's Princeton Community TV, and the K through 12, and then the borough and the township channels. So the question was, what do we do with all 6 channels? And Comcast is willing to renew all of them. We have been talking, both the Cable Committee and the Princeton Community TV Board, about the possibility of originating even more programming for a second channel, which would be more regionally focused, because there is so much in Princeton which is really Jersey focused. That there have, George has initiated some talk shows that range a little bit wider than Princeton over, Jersey-wide issues. So that is on the table for discussion. Another possibility is perhaps Comcast would be willing to trade 2 standard definition channels for 1 high definition channel. The danger of not going to high definition is that public access media becomes increasingly grainy and 20th century, and is considered sort of lower standard, less slick, less with it. So we are asking Comcast for a high definition channel. Our Comcast counterpart has not been very forthcoming. He says he's gone to his bosses twice about it, and they're saying no. When we decide to go HD all over New Jersey, then you can have your HD channel. So we're talking with Steve Goodell, who is our legal counsel, about how we might be able to at least create the language where the HD remains a possibility, and we don't have to wait the 15 years or the 25 years before, before that door is open to us, because it really becomes a question of technical parity with all the rest of the channels on the lineup. The franchise negotiations, of course, are very critical, because these are the ones that will determine how the monies in return for the right-of-way that Princeton gives Comcast, how those monies will be distributed to Princeton. And, of course, they fund Princeton's only public media operation, Princeton Community TV, and Princeton Community TV has had a very, very productive year. So more than 450 original programs in 2014, and that's more than one fresh program a day. By the end of the year, there will be 30. By the end of January, there'll be more than 30 producers working at the station. But it's not. It's so there's a lot of production. There's a lot of exchange of ideas that people won't find anywhere else, because there is no other public media. But it is also about education. So Princeton, by its existence and its expertise, is able to hold these workshops in social media, in digital media, in production, lighting, audio, the whole storytelling, the whole 9 yards. So the Cable Committee is very conscious of its responsibility to sort of keep this operation vital. In 2015, the goal is to go HD whether or not Comcast gives us a channel, and of course that's possible now because of the internet. So we could, with an upgrade of certain equipment, we could stream HD live and video on demand over the internet, and then if Comcast wants to catch up, that would be fine. But at least when Comcast gives us an HD channel, it would just be a matter of flipping a switch. We wouldn't have to go through the whole upgrade. We would already be up to par, and internet TV, of course, is catching on. So, and then also in 2015, there is the hope to hire another staff so that there can be more consistent recording of the civic life of Princeton, because since a lot of it happens in the evening when there is, Princeton TV is no longer staffed, it does require a third person. Even though George and Sharon are working extremely hard, there's a limit to the number of hours. So that is our hope for the next year.
Terrific. Thank you very much. And I just want to thank everybody who presented tonight. It just reminds me how lucky we are to live in Princeton, that we have this wealth of people who are willing to give of their time. So thank you very much for helping to make our community a better place. And I just wanted to put in a plug for if anybody's watching who's interested in serving on a border commission. If you go to the website, princetonnj.gov, on the left-hand side, one of the buttons is called Volunteer Opportunities, and you can click on that to get an application to serve on a border commission. And hopefully from tonight's meeting, you get a real good sense of all the exciting work that's been going on and how you might be able to contribute your time. So thank you to all the chairs and all the board members who came out tonight, and thank you for your service to the community. I don't know if there's anybody else who'd like to.
Ditto.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Howard and seconded by Mr. Miller. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you and good night.